Good afternoon. I'm so incredibly honored to address all of you today, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. I thank Mrs. Whiting, Ms. Smith, Ms. Tracy, Ms. Parker, and Dr. Muldoon for their unwavering leadership at Ursuline. I would also like to honor the Guidance Department for addressing my concerns and challenges from 7th grade until now, and for getting us all to college. I would also like to express my gratitude for every faculty member at Ursuline. Your tireless dedication to our education has been so inspiring. On behalf of the class of 2017, I thank each teacher for not only expanding our knowledge, but for also demonstrating respect, hard work, perseverance, and most of all, kindness. Ursuline is the type of community where faculty members not only care for your academic growth, but for your spiritual and personal growth as well. Finally, I would like to praise our parents for their unending dedication to our education. I'm so incredibly blessed to have the zealous support of my grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, and my dearest dog, Rocky. Thank you. And Chloe. While the class of 2017 may be thankful, there are some things we are remorseful for as well. To our fearless chef, Oleg, you deserve better. We apologize that your fine cutlery has found its way into countless Vera Bradley lunchboxes and inevitably into our own kitchen cabinets. We will always remember your fine cuisine when setting our tables for dinner. I personally apologize to anyone who has had to swerve me in the parking lot. Sorry about that fender bender, Mrs. Curlett. My experience at Ursuline has been shaped by those around me, my teachers, guidance counselors, staff members, and most importantly, my sisters. Initially, I questioned the idea of a sisterhood. At the beginning of my Ursuline experience, we were classmates and friends, but not sisters. During the 7th grade, however, the class of 2017 suddenly lost our friend Taylor Manning. A day does not go by without her memory touching our hearts. It is not often that somebody as special as Taylor comes into our lives. Though our time spent with her was far too brief, it was a true privilege to have her as a classmate. I am more than certain that she is smiling with us today and loving the pink rose in our bouquet to honor her memory. Though her passing was painful, it brought our class together in a way that cannot be explained. Even as 7th graders, we learned to cry with each other, remember with each other, and love with each other. The strength that was born during our first year together was shared with others who joined our sisterhood in later grades, and it remains with us today and will link us for the rest of our lives. It is the reason that my opinions have changed. We are more than just classmates, we are sisters. Because classmates don't braid your hair, they don't make you cookies on your birthday or staple your skirt hems. Sisters do. Sisters sacrifice their time to help you with your homework or send you notes. It takes a special community and unique circumstances to forge bonds like these. This was especially clear to me on our last day of classes. The senior class was offered a dress-down day to celebrate our achievements. Throughout my experience at Ursuline, I have learned that dress-down days are the only time when we can prove we own real clothes. But that day was different. Every senior came to school in their Ursuline skirt. How could we miss our last day of plaid? What a bittersweet experience. I'm going to miss that wrinkled kilt because it bonded me to all of you as sisters and connected us to the community and traditions that unify us all. It is through our sisterhood that I learned true friendship and the real meaning of serviam. Serviam, I will serve. This is the core value of St. Angela and her Ursuline sisters that guides us to place the needs of others before our own. Ursuline offers service hours and various school fundraisers to bring this principle into focus in our everyday lives. I, however, truly learned serviam from my sisters. My father often shares that charity begins at home. I think it's safe to say that Ursuline is a second home based on the fact that we eat on average 3 days a meal here. There is a type of love and respect between each member of the class of 2017 that cannot be replicated anywhere else. There is not another group of people that I feel I can always trust to provide support, smiles, and laughs when they are most needed. It is with this same self-sacrifice that I have seen my peers touch the lives of others as well. whether leading retreats for our younger students, starting new clubs, volunteering after school, or sharing in service events. You have cared for others with the intention of promoting the spirit of serviam that you learned from your sisters. We innovated, ladies. The class of 2017 started a sailing team, an a cappella group, a concert in memory of Taylor, and various other service activities. Collectively, we offered thousands of volunteer hours while studying, playing sports, acting in school plays, defending our parking spots, and participating in far too many clubs, all while abiding the uniform code to perfection, right? And on top of that, there is not one girl here who cannot deny that she matched her service hours with Netflix hours. Some may call it impossible, we call it well-rounded. It is with confidence that I acknowledge that we are ready for that elusive era of our lives called the real world. The type of world where there aren't muffins and bagels served every day at 10 in the tea room. The type of world where you can't drown all your woes in a post-school run to Whole Foods. Our years at Ursuline have prepared us to confront right and wrong with the ultimate intention of seeking goodness and truth. It is time to spread the love of sisterhood and serviam to the entire world. I have seen you all in the classroom, confident, well-spoken, intelligent, generous, and spunky. Your opinions are thoughtfully shared and openly received. Your actions are self-giving and tender. These talents, whether academic, artistic, or athletic, have brightened the hallways of this school for 6 years. Now it is time to share this same light in our servants' hearts with the real world. The class of 2017 has been called the guinea pig grade, and with good reason. We have experienced more new teachers, new technology, and new construction than any other class. Not to mention our change in senior lounge, but who's counting? We have also experienced loss and heartbreak. Through all these joys and challenges, we worked hard to succeed and harder to support our sisters. It is with this type of poise and confidence that we will approach our future. There will be difficulties, but if you have ever driven in the Ursuline parking lot, especially when the sophomores start getting their licenses, then you are no stranger to stress. So go out and follow your passions and do so with tenacity. There is no such thing as an Ursuline girl without perseverance, though we can convincingly claim that one more quiz will send us to our deathbeds. Face each barrier with the same Ursuline spirit that got you through tests, performances, and the break line for several years. Know that in times of uncertainty, you have loving and supporting community members behind you every step of the way. I remind each and every one of my classmates that you are truly beautiful and remarkable. To quote the 2004 hit song, "Yeah!" by Usher, which some may call our song. From a 1 to 10, you're a certified 20. You have all made me a better person, and I am humbled to speak before you all today. Go forth with the servant's heart and unique sisterhood gained at this incredible school. Combine it with the love from the people around you today in this beautiful place, and you will change the real world forever. Congratulations and good luck to the class of 2017.
Good afternoon, and welcome to each and every one of you seated before me. I would first like to thank all of you not only for being in attendance to celebrate this day with the class of 2017, but also for your incredible impact on this graduating class. Today I would like to ask you to take a moment and think back to your first day at Ursuline. For some, that may have been 6 years ago, walking down the hallways for the first time as timid 12-year-olds who thought it was possible to get lost in the science wing and who found pure joy and endless hours of amusement hiding in the lockers. For others, it may have been a few years after, when the class was familiar with the structure of the building, but still immensely struggled with navigating the line at break and consistently overeating at mission day, often to the point of sickness. Despite what year we chose to embark on our individual journeys here at Ursuline, we as a class, guided by our families, friends, and the faculty, staff, and administration, have found a way to create a perfect safe haven here. A community that encourages intellectual growth and celebrates the strengths and talents of each woman among us. We proudly receive our diplomas today as products of an Ursuline education. As women who are aware of the power rooted deeply within them, the power to educate themselves and others, to serve selflessly, and most importantly, the power to make a difference. I think what sets us apart from the thousands of other high schoolers graduating this year, besides our unique ability to park a car in a space that is essentially non-existent, is our ability to see the importance of things. We understand the necessity of putting others before ourselves while still safeguarding and promoting our personal passions and talents, a skill that is difficult to possess with the poise and grace which our class carries. This self-awareness has come directly from the environment which we found ourselves in day after day at Ursuline. We were constantly pushed to work harder than we ever thought we could, to dig deeper into our souls and discover a layer of compassion that we never even knew was there, to strive to be nothing but our own individual best. For some, that best may be in the math classroom, or on the field, in the studio, or even in the hallways as we set personal best to see who could run to the tea room fastest on bake sale days. As a result of a community of love behind us with unwavering faith and support in every endeavor we chose to take, we stand before you as fearless women, more than ready to lead in our experiences with the world in the next chapter of our lives. Even the history of our school directs us down a path of leadership and courage. We are shown through our foundress, St. Angela Merici, who began educating women in 1535, the importance of tearing down barriers that hinder us from becoming whatever it is that we want to be. We have been taught and shown how to be warriors who defend the things that mean the most to us, to fight for what is right, to challenge what is not, and to keep love at the root of all of our actions. I'm so grateful that our class has the past to look to for guidance towards a future that is nothing but bright. I would like to thank our families who lovingly provided us the chance to have these unique experiences that ultimately shaped us into who we are today. Thank you for encouraging us during long nights of studies, for always getting us the newest Farrah Bradley lunchbox, and for constantly reminding us that our best is more than enough. To the Ursuline faculty, staff, and administration, thank you wholeheartedly for everything that you have done for this graduating class. Thank you for believing in us in our darkest moments, for exposing us to the beauty of learning, and for reminding us the importance of never giving up on our passions despite any difficulties we may face. To my 60 sisters before me, thank you for your individuality, your light, your love, even when I wore thick headbands every single day over my years, and for truly showing me the impact that friendship has. I would not be myself today without having known and grown with all of you. To Ursuline Academy, thank you. I know that a place filled with such amazing people will be impossible to replicate anywhere else. As we go forth into our respective new worlds as Ursuline women, I'm confident that each of us will take on every challenge and every opportunity as we have been taught here, with grace, intelligence, love, and a passion that is so often overlooked elsewhere. I'm so proud to have been a part of something so profound, and I cannot wait to see what this class does for the world. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
Today's graduation speaker is Ms. Regina Sullivan. Ms. Sullivan is a senior executive with Fidelity Investments in Boston. She recently returned to the United States after an assignment in Ireland, where she was head of Global Shared Services and Operations for Fidelity International. Ms. Sullivan first joined Fidelity in 1994 and has had extensive experience working in senior business leadership roles with Fidelity's institutional and asset management businesses, living and working in the United States and in Europe, managing institutional and product operations. Prior to joining Fidelity, she practiced law in Boston and was a litigator with the United States Department of Labor in Washington, D.C., specializing in ERISA and fiduciary work. Ms. Sullivan received her bachelor's degree from Boston College in philosophy and history. She received her JD from Suffolk University Law School. She is Six Sigma certified and a risk management executive from Wharton Executive Program on Risk Management. She is listed among the top 50 Irish American women from 2016 and is also listed as one of the 40 powerful women leading tech around the world, as stated in the Silicon Republic of Ireland in 2016. She also serves proudly as a trustee at Ursuline Academy. Throughout her career, Ms. Sullivan has lived, worked, and traveled throughout the globe. She is very passionate about learning and about education. Please give a round of applause for Ms. Regina Sullivan.
Thank you, Roseanne. Good afternoon. I love your dresses, by the way. What I'd like to start off with is just say it is a privilege to be here to celebrate your graduation. I am so encouraged for the future, knowing that all of you are and will be contributors to this world. Teachers, administration, parents, godparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, classmates, and all of those who are no longer with us but have seen a part of the formation of your lives and are looking on with happiness and pride as you are about to embark on the next leg of your epic journey, full of adventure. All of these people are part of our village, your peeps, your people, that have helped to develop, nurture, and strengthen your character. They are not going anywhere. They will be there when you need them. Cherish them. Reach out to them in good times and bad. It works. Some of my peeps are actually here. My mother is here. Hey, Mom. A couple of my sibs and friends. I have learned that your peeps are here for keeps. Remember, it goes both ways, though. To have a friend, you must be your friend. As I prepared for this speech, I do what all Ursuline women do. We prepare, we practice, we prepare, we practice. I looked at other speeches. I listened to the top 10 commencement speakers. I attended a couple of graduations that I actually was invited to go to, so I didn't just go to any of them. I talked to people your age. I actually had the privilege to see you on Friday at the breakfast. And it seems that there are two goals that everybody has. It's no different than anybody on this stage, which is success and happiness. But what I did is I came back to that constant truth in life. There is generally no magic bullet to a happy life or success. It is the process that one goes through on their life's journey, guided by the character one has developed and continues to hone throughout one experience. Let me tell you what I learned about you. You have to know about your audience, right? I learned that you have achieved an enormous amount of recognition in sports, academics, arts, and theater, culminating in going to some of the best schools in the world. You have demonstrated leadership and kindness through the establishment and participation in over 30 clubs and given your time to charitable endeavors. You faced adversity and challenge at your young age with the loss of a classmate, Taylor. You taught many the courage and power of community, leadership, getting up in the face of loss, demonstrating strength to keep going and giving back, remembering her today with your pink rose. You will call upon these skills, lessons, and experiences throughout your life. They are part of the true foundation of your character. About the Ursuline community to which you belong, and you can't get rid of it. You're in. You're in the club, ladies. The essence of the Ursuline community is to nurture your character and help you prepare for life's experiences. The core of our Ursuline heritage is really about a woman who over 450 years ago believed women needed an alternative platform to utilize their talents. They needed another choice for sharing their talents. Way back when, in the Dark Ages, women had two choices, to be married or to go into the convent. In response to that challenge, St. Angela probably asked my favorite questions: how come, why not? As an alternative, St. Angela created a community of women, a company of women that eventually led to the establishment of educational centers across the globe. One may suggest that Sister Angela was truly the first feminist. What St. Angela did was create a movement to educate women, to allow them to be relevant in society, to add value, not by protest or revolution, but by persistence and determination. Two characteristics I hope you all continue to nurture. We are very privileged to be part of the heritage of being educated by the first order to educate women in North America and part of a 450-year-old business. You, the Ursuline heritage, and your extended village all have participated in the building, nurturing, and strengthening of our being, our essence as human beings, your character, to allow us to perhaps make this world a little better. If you remember nothing else of what I say today, remember a quote from Helen Keller. You can Google it as well. Character cannot be developed in ease or quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. But I caution you based upon Stevie Wonder, who says, ambition will get you there, character will keep you there. A little bit about me, because they told me I had to talk about me, so I'll do it for a little bit. I grew up in West Roxbury from a Celtic heritage, both Irish and Scottish. I never knew there was a difference between what my brothers could do and what I could do. In fact, as a child, I was the oldest girl in between 4 brothers, 2 younger sisters, also graduates of Ursuline, over 2 dozen male cousins, and growing up in a neighborhood with very few girls. If I wanted to participate in sports or adventures, I had to keep up, learn how to be part of it. When I fell, I had to get up and try again if I wanted to continue to participate, sometimes by myself, sometimes by reaching out to one of my peeps. For Christmas, my dad would give me a baseball glove and my own football. My mother gave me a ballet outfit, pink clothes, and a nutcracker. Every year to this day, we try to go to the Nutcracker Suite as a family. Every year for the last 40+ years, my mother has given me a nutcracker. I proudly display them every Christmas. So at that point, I believed I could do anything. Then I went to school to be educated. I went to Holy Name in West Roxbury. Girls played in the schoolyard, in the girls' schoolyard, and boys in the boys' schoolyard. Activities like jumping rope, double dutchies, Chinese jump rope, I had no clue what that was. Thank goodness for after school, I went home, and all was well because my brothers and their friends always let me play football with them. In fact, I had a pretty good arm, so I got to be the quarterback. They always said I was kind of bossy, though. The Christmas of 1st grade, my mom gave me a book, Girls Are Equal Too. Maybe some of your parents got that. There was a picture of many women on the cover, doctors, lawyers, moms, construction workers, etc. So I believed I could do anything. Although it may seem unreal to those who know me now, I was relatively shy in grade school because I felt different. I had a little bit of a speech impediment and a little challenge reading, which my mother quickly gave me lessons to help me with. I loved the boys' sports. I loved math, science, but sometimes felt that I had to hold back a little. At Ursuline, it was a sanctuary. It was expected that I would give it my all, do my best, as an individual without societal limitation. I have very fond memories of my time at Ursuline. This does not mean it was easy or always rosy, but in retrospect, it helped me be a better person. I'm also grateful, and I'm going to give a shout out to someone, Mrs. Devine, whose active kindness in inviting my parents to an all Ursuline event, foundation fundraising event, to introduce my mother to the school, and my parents sent me to this school as a result. Thank you, Mom, and thanks, Dad. He's up there. Naturally, like all of us, our perspectives are informed by our backgrounds and experiences. I was born and educated in Boston, but have traveled and worked throughout the U.S., Europe, Asia, India, the Middle East, working across the globe. I have met people from all walks of life, rich, poor, educated, uneducated, different religions and cultures. I have been fascinated to see if I could find a thread that went through all of it. What I still find is I'm on my journey, but what I found was people, no matter where you are in the world, they want to matter, they want to belong, they want to participate, they want to contribute, perhaps give back, or to give whatever gifts and talents they have. So with all of these lessons and travels, I thought I would give you Gina's top 5, the top 5 list. Gina is my nickname, and since you're my friends now, because you're in Ursuline. Don't knock yourself out of the competition, believe in yourself and give it a go. As I mentioned, I looked at a number of commencement speeches. One really resonated, and apparently you guys are familiar with Frozen. Yeah? Elsa, Let It Go, all that stuff. Olaf. She graduated from UNH, I think 92 and 94. She wrote Frozen. She also went on to get a master's degree at Columbia, but she had an incredible comment. She said, ban self-doubt. Go for it. All of us have it. All of us have insecurities. What you do through life is you learn and you constantly educate yourself to manage those insecurities. But don't wish you had. Saddest words of tongue and pen are these that it might have been. You have also a new reality for growth. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. You grow and experience the best of life. There's a line from the recent movie, The Last Word. Did anybody see that with Shirley MacLaine? Anybody in the audience? I'd recommend it. Oh, there we go. It was great. It said, you don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. Mistakes make you smarter, stronger, more self-reliant. Be fearless. Have courage. When you fail, you learn. You live. Get in the game. If you lose, you win, because you tried and learned. Second lesson. They're not all this long, by the way. Be kind and inclusive. The simplest act or things can change a life. Inviting someone somewhere, saying hello. I come from a very diverse family and have been incredibly fortunate socially as well from a background. I have family and friends that are members of different races, cultures, age, religions, sexual orientation, and disabilities. I value all that I learned from their different perspectives and life experiences, and from this have come to know that you're only limited by that which you put on yourself and perhaps fear of the unknown. Mrs. Devine, way back when, had no clue the impact she would have on my life by introducing my parents to Ursuline. Lesson 3, life is about people. Get used to it. Not everyone starts from the same place, same values, socioeconomic background, ethical character, or value system. Some people are not very nice, and some are great. We, as Ursuline women, are incredibly fortunate. The tools we have been given, our experiences, not everyone has that advantage. What I have learned to know is that I will not grow as a person, get the best thinking or perspectives without people challenging my ideas or providing insights to me. It takes courage to know what you don't know and be comfortable with knowing this and admitting we can and should do better. It's vital that you embrace the notion that conventional wisdom and the various forms of groupthink that exist in any organizational structure, company, family, university, school, or cliques, can actually diminish the vibrancy and progressive spirit of moving forward. Listen aggressively to the weak signals. Number 4, Dartmouth College president during World War II, Ernest Hopkins, said, read a lot, listen a lot, but believe only rarely. That's where you exercise judgment. And my all-time favorite is, keep your common sense, laugh often, eat lots of chocolate, and call home. Those are my lessons so far, and I have a wish for you. My wish for you is that you strive to go, as the learned Buzz Lightyear suggested, to infinity and beyond in your life, and that you do as Helen Keller taught. Think clearly without hurry or confusion, love everybody sincerely, act in everything with the highest motives, and to trust God unhesitatingly. Thank you for letting me be a part of your day-to-day. Congratulations and welcome to the Ursuline alumni community.
The next award is presented annually to a student who reflects the qualities of an Ursuline woman as embodied by Sister Mercedes Fidera. Please welcome Sister Mercedes, who will present the award. The recipient of the Sister Mercedes Fidera Award acts with integrity, humility, generosity, and concern for others, and exhibits through her actions a deep love for Ursuline Academy. The Sister Mercedes Fidera Award is presented today to Claire Elizabeth Gormley.
I now ask President Whiting to present the Serviam Award. In Ursuline schools throughout the world, the Serviam Award seeks to recognize outstanding traits of leadership in service, awareness of others, and acceptance of responsibility, as well as academic achievements. The Serviam Award is the highest honor that Ursuline Academy bestows. This year, the Ursuline Serviam Award is presented to Julianne M. Webster.